Just tuned in to NHK World, and it looks like here's a shot of downtown Tokyo, and we cannot confirm of exactly what is happening. This is the Odaiba area in Tokyo. It is a landfill area, and there looks like there's some smoke coming out of the building. We do not know, and we cannot confirm at this time whether this has been directly related to the earthquake that happened earlier today, but we do see some black smoke coming out of buildings at Tokyo's Odaiba area. It is a landfill area where buildings are built on top. Also the home to a television broadcast station, Fuji TV there. And it looks like black smoke coming out of a building. We do not know if this is related, however, due to the earthquake. We are confirming the information at this time. A major earthquake hit Japan earlier today. The U.S. Geological Survey says that the quake was magnitude 7.9. The earthquake happened 30 minutes ago here in Japan. Japan's meteorological agency has issued a tsunami warning for Japan's Pacific coast. The warning says a tsunami may be as high as 6 meters in some areas. You're looking at more live footage of people evacuating from buildings in downtown Tokyo. You've just tuned in to NHK World. We're covering the situation here in Japan. According to the Nuclear Power Security Agency, 5 nuclear power plants in northeastern Japan have been shut down. Now, according to the Transport Ministry, Haneda International Airport has closed all runways. Haneda International Airport in Tokyo has closed all runways. Narita International Airport has also closed both its runways. Once again, we're feeling the earthquake here in the studio. Aftershocks from the 7.9 earthquake in downtown, 7.9 earthquake that has hit Japan. We are hearing, these are live shots of the studio right now. You can see that the quake, the aftershocks are quite big. We're feeling quite a strong earthquake here in Japan.
It's about 30 minutes after.
This is about 30 minutes after the 7.9 quake hit northern Japan. We're feeling the aftershocks. It's quite strong here in downtown Tokyo. This is inside our NHK studios in downtown Tokyo, feeling rather strong aftershocks. This week, earlier this week, off the northeastern coast of Japan, another hit the region. That time it was a magnitude of 7.3, but today is a much stronger earthquake. We're talking about a 7.9 earthquake. We're feeling the aftershock. These live shots of our studios as we sit at this time. Watch out, watch out. You want to stay away. And I'm just telling my producer that's sitting right next to me to stay away from the lights of above because it is shaking as we speak. You're seeing live coverage of people now out in the streets. We're seeing more people out in the streets evacuating from their buildings. I'm reporting this from our studios in NHK, where a major earthquake with a magnitude of 7.9 has hit Japan about 30 minutes ago. We are feeling the aftershocks as we speak in the studios here in Tokyo. The meteorological agency has issued a tsunami warning for the Pacific coast that could be as high as 6 meters. According to the Nuclear Power Security Agency, the 5 nuclear power plants in northeastern Japan have shut down. This is Kamaishi City in Iwate Prefecture, northern Japan. We are looking at Kamaishi Port, and it looks like some cars have been plunged into the water, maybe caused by a tsunami that has hit Japan. It looks like we have a visual of one car inside the port. And it looks like several boats have plunged inside the water. Although it looks like there's several cars now, if you can take a look at this footage. This is happening in Kamaishi City in Iwate Prefecture in northern Japan. I'm reporting this from the studio of NHK World in Tokyo. We are feeling the aftershocks as I speak during this hour. Lights are shaking inside the studio, but here is a visual of Kamaishi City in Iwate Prefecture, northern Japan. As you can see, the tsunami has already engulfed several boats, and it looks like some cars along the coast there. This is live footage of Kamaishi City in Iwate Prefecture. A major earthquake with a magnitude 7.9 hitting here in Japan. Meteorological Agency issuing a tsunami warning for Japan's Pacific coast. The warnings say tsunami may be as high as 6 meters in some areas. And as you can see in Kamaishi City in Iwate Prefecture, some of the tsunami has already engulfed cars, and it looks like some boats, some buildings, as we can so far see from these live footage. Kamaishi City in Iwate Prefecture, located in northern Japan. And it looks like we're getting more this is the port of Kamaishi City in Iwate Prefecture. Obviously, some cars that were parked near the port have now plunged into the water due to a tsunami. You can see the tsunami waters flooding onto the streets. Live footage, Kamaishi City in Iwate Prefecture. We're getting some sound from there right now. We're feeling aftershocks, quakes still continue here in our broadcasting center right here in Tokyo. And in Tokyo, several fires have broken out. The fire department says fires have been reported in several places, including Ariake in central Tokyo. The powerful quake has stopped the Shinkansen bullet trains across the country and trains around the Tokyo area. East Japan Railway Company says that all of the Shinkansen's Tohoku, Joetsu, and Nagano lines have been stopped. On the major Tokaido line, all trains between Tokyo and Shin Osaka in western Japan stations have been made inoperable. The Tokyo Metro system, the Tokyo subways also say all of its lines have been stopped, and officials are checking for safety. And this is a look, once again, at Kamaishi City in Iwate Prefecture. And it looks like the tsunami has been engulfing the port. You're seeing live footage of a tsunami engulfing the port area of Kamaishi City in Iwate Prefecture. We've been reporting earlier on that the Meteorological Agency has issued a warning for tsunami up to 6 meters deep, 6 meters high, and this is what's happening right as we speak. A large tsunami engulfing the port of Kamaishi in Iwate Prefecture. A major earthquake hit Japan earlier on Friday. Japan's Meteorological Agency says the quake was magnitude 7.9. The agency has issued a tsunami warning for Japan's Pacific coast, and the tsunami we are seeing right here is in northern Iwate Prefecture. The warning says a tsunami may be as high as 6 meters in some areas. Ports like this in Miyagi, in Iwate Prefecture, tsunami can be as high, engulfing some of the coastal areas. People near the coast need to evacuate immediately to higher ground. You're seeing live footage of a port in Iwate in Kamaishi City. A tsunami engulfing the whole port area, so long as we can see in the area. Before, we were just seeing a few cars, a few boats plunging into the sea, but it looks like that has been completely engulfed by a large tsunami. This is after a major earthquake hitting Japan earlier today, about 40 minutes ago. Japan's Meteorological Agency says the quake was magnitude 7.9. Tsunami coming after the agency issued a warning for them. The tsunami expected to be as high as 6 meters, currently engulfing Kamaishi City Port in Iwate Prefecture in northern Japan. News is developing as we speak. This situation remains fluid. We're reporting of some fire outbreaks in downtown Tokyo. Subways, the airport has been closed. Here's a look earlier on at what happened in our Sendai studio in Miyagi Prefecture, northern Japan, where the intensity was 7.0 and the Japanese seismic scale of 0 to 7, the highest. It's also a magnitude of 7.9. This is what happened earlier on, about 40 minutes ago, to our newsroom in Sendai, northern Japan. Strong shakes were felt in our Sendai newsroom, along with our newsroom here in Tokyo. This week off the northeastern Japan, another quake had hit the region. At that time, it was just a magnitude of 7.3. This time, we were talking of a much larger earthquake of 7.9. Major earthquake hitting Japan earlier today. You are seeing earlier videos of what happened in our newsroom in Sendai. This is coverage of our newsroom earlier in Tokyo, in Chiyoda Ward, right next to Japan's Diet. We felt strong shakes and tremors here in Japan, in Tokyo, rather. Strong shakes were felt in our newsroom here in Tokyo, and here's what the situation looks like in Odaiba, Tokyo. Several fires have been broken out. The fire department says fires have been reported in several places, including Ariake in central Tokyo. The helicopter, reporter in the helicopter says that he is also visually seeing some smoke and fire coming out in the prefecture north of Tokyo in Chiba. Live footage of what's happening here in downtown Tokyo near Ariake. Some fires breaking out after the 7.9 quake hitting Japan.
This is recorded from helicopter area.
The reporter is... This was... Okay.
Mito.
And this is what Mito looked like in Tokyo earlier on. This is about 100 kilometers north of Tokyo. This is what Mito looked like earlier on. 100 kilometers, you see monitors falling off the walls, cabinets falling, and staff obviously were already under their desks to protect themselves. This is what happened earlier on in our newsroom in Mito. Strong earthquake hitting Japan. A major earthquake hit Japan earlier on Friday. We are looking at live video of Iwate Prefecture north of Japan in Kamaishi City, where a tsunami has hit. Japan's meteorological agency, the quake was magnitude 7.9. You can obviously hear the emergency sirens going off. In Kamaishi, Iwate Prefecture, NHK live camera is capturing images of the port being flooded by seawater with cars and trucks being carried away. You can hear the sirens going off right off in Kamaishi City, Iwate Prefecture. Live footage of Kamaishi, Iwate Prefecture, NHK live camera there capturing images of port being flooded by seawater with cars and trucks being carried away. Obviously, it's from the tsunami that was warned by the meteorological agency earlier on. Major earthquake hitting Japan earlier on Friday, as those of you who have just joined us on NHK World. Japan's meteorological agency, the quake was magnitude 7.9. It looks like we were able to talk to some people that are on the streets. Let's see if we can go to that in Tokyo, that is. We were able to talk to some people in downtown Tokyo. Let's see if we can get that on at this time.
もう死ぬかと思いました。本当にすっごかったです。はい、感じました。いや、なんか山手線のホーム行ったんですけど、こんな大きい揺れ初めてだったんですごい怖かったです。
And I'm going to be directly translating that. One of the women there that I'd seen on the screen said she felt that she was going to die, and the other said she was scared out of her wits. Some of the interviews we were able to get in downtown Tokyo. We're still feeling a bit of the tremor right here in Tokyo. This is live coverage right outside of our studios in downtown Tokyo after a 7.9 magnitude earthquake has hit Japan. We feel aftershocks quake still continuing here in our broadcasting center. And in Tokyo, several fires breaking out. The fire department says fires have been reported in several places, including Ariake in central Japan. You can see some of the people still evacuating outside of buildings after the